Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the Certificate of Entry. For those who are unaware, at least as of the time of this video, the Thailand Pass system has been brought online and the COE, or the Certificate of Entry system, is being phased out. For those unaware, we have been dealing with this COE system since March of 2020. It came about as a result of the emergency decree that was promulgated March 26th of that year, and we've been dealing with it ever since. Now, there's been some up and downs dealing with COEs. Obviously, at the beginning, there was a lot of confusion in the process, and then things kind of smoothed out for a while. And here the past month or so, we've started seeing some issues in dealing with certificates of entry, most notably things like backlog and, quite frankly, requests for, in my opinion, some rather superfluous documentation, but okay, it was what it was. But now it's being phased out, and we're now dealing with this Thailand Pass. But the question is, we're kind of in this transition phase. I know a lot of people, or some people may be asking the question, what if I have a COE, or what if I'm processing it? Can I still use it? What's going on here? So we're going to go ahead and throw this up on the screen. This is Thailand Pass FAQs. This is from the Department of Consular Affairs under the authority of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is from October 29th, 2021, and it's from mfa.go.th. And some questions are pretty well answered here. I'll kind of go ahead and go through this real quick. Is registration in Thailand Pass required for all three schemes traveling into Thailand? Effective November 1, 2021, all travelers arriving in Thailand by air are required to register with Thailand Pass in order to travel into Thailand. Can I use my approved COE to enter Thailand? Now, this is kind of where the rubber hits the road here. If you possess an approved COE, you can travel to Thailand using that COE and will be eligible to enter Thailand via one of the three schemes, depending on whether you meet the scheme's requirements. Your COE will also describe your eligible schemes. And then, what should I do if my COE is under consideration? If your COE has been pre-approved, you will need to submit the rest of the required documents by November 7, 2021. Otherwise, your COE request will be automatically rejected, and you will need to register with the Thailand Pass system to travel to Thailand. If your COE has not been pre-approved by November 1, 2021, your COE request will be automatically rejected, and you will need to register with the Thailand Pass system to travel to Thailand. So I'm sure there's going to be a fair amount of consternation out there, especially with folks that are kind of coming in during this transition. And as noted, we should note this again. Can I use my approved COE to enter Thailand? If you possess an approved COE, you can travel to Thailand using that COE and will be eligible to enter Thailand via one of the three schemes, depending on whether you meet the scheme's requirements. Your COE will also describe your eligible schemes. So if you've got an approved COE, rest easy. You're going to be able to use that, at least according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website. And so that's that. Now, the folks that are going to kind of be in limbo, or the folks that are going through processing, sort of be in this first week of November. In any event, we do understand, and frankly, we're dealing with correspondence daily from clients and from folks, just across the world that they're finding overall processing right now to be a little bit frustrating. Bear with us, and for those who do feel like you've got some issues with this overall process, might not be a terrible idea to contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed here. I do think things are going to start running smoothly quite quickly, and thus far I've been actually pretty happy with the way that the government is kind of rolling this out. But things don't always work perfectly when they're first brought online. So I think it's kind of one of those, bear with us, and hopefully we're going to be seeing folks coming into Thailand in a smooth and straightforward manner here shortly.